Something that somebody said in a comment kind of made me think, and I don't know if it's true, but it might be true. Was it God that led me to find out that I am an INFJ? Was it God that led me to that, to finding that out? And I think so, because like this whole world, and I mean it, for my whole life, this whole world had no answer to fix me, to help me. It had no answer. Meds didn't fix me. Therapy didn't fix me. To make me like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just thought I was, and this is true. I just thought I was forever just a crazy person, permanent crazy person. You know, my family was right about me, type of thing. Their narrative about me was right. That I'm just a crazy person forever. Uh, no matter what I do, since my youngest, since the age of 12, I've been crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, so it made me think: did was it God trying to tell me that maybe I'm not crazy as I think I am? Maybe I'm not as defective as I think I am. Maybe my mind works the way God designed it. Maybe, and there's nothing wrong with it. Even though it's very different from everybody around me growing up. Very different, to say the least. But God made me different, or He allowed me to become different, or something. Um, that no matter what I do, I can't be like the normies. I can't be like the narcissists I was around growing up, even though I was trying to be like them. I wanted to be like them, because they portrayed this image of perfection all the time. So I'm like, oh, I want to be like that. They're perfect. They never go to therapy. They never do. You know what I'm saying? They always think they're perfect. Maybe that's the way I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be like them, thinking I'm perfect all the time, um, or something like that. But that's just what I was around mostly. So couldn't be helped but to compare. Um, but as I got older, I kind of wanted to become more like the normal people. Not the extreme people that think they're perfect all the time. I just wanted to be one of the normal functioning people in society. Um, but as I progressed, I'm like, I don't know if I even want to be like the normies either. Um, I don't want to say they're boring, but I don't know. I always thought it. I always thought it'd be cool to live a normal life, normal relationship with a normal. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I guess like a perfect life that doesn't exist, or something. The beautiful wife, like the picture perfect life, I wanted, I guess. But um, it, I just have to accept that I'll never have the normal life. I'll always think outside the box, always be outside the box to the rest of the society, and um, always, always be an outsider, always be one of the mutants of society, just with special gifts, special, unique gifts that I may have. I may have some gifts, which makes me one of the X-Men. I don't know. I'm just messing around, but I mean, I don't know. It kind of sucks. It is kind of depressing to be so exiled. Um, it's almost like I want to like tell everyone ahead of time, like I'm not as crazy as you think. I'm just an INFJ. Tell every professional, I'm not crazy like you think. I'm just INFJ. You know, every time I see a professional, just lead with that. Um, I'm like this naturally. I'm not as crazy as you think. I'm like this naturally. But I don't know. It's a very hard to think. It's a very hard thing to accept, though. It's very hard to accept that you are so different, and it's real. It's not made up psychology. You really are very different from billions of people. Billions. You're that different. Very different from the billions of people. Not just the people that run the world. You know what I'm saying? But just the average Joe, you're different. Just like people you walk by every day. Um, you just have to accept, like, I'm always gonna be weird. I'm always gonna be different. I can't help it. I can't be like the other people around me. No matter what I do, I can't be like them. Even though I wanted to be like them and be a part of society, really, like them, I can't. I can't be like them, no matter what I do. So I have to accept that. So, um, and I'm starting to accept that, but I do think God allowed me to find that out to help me solve the riddle, the big riddle of my entire life, of why I was so different from everybody else, no matter what I did, no matter what trends I copied of the trends at the time, no matter, you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't fit in, I couldn't be a part of society. I couldn't be like my friends. Um, you know, the normies, friends, I couldn't be like them. Um, but at least there's others like me out there, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of gives me some comfort a little bit, even though it's hard for me to accept that it's real, that there really are people, I don't want to say as cursed as me, but there really are people out there that have that are that are like me. They really exist out there, you know. And I've met a couple in real life. I've met a couple, um, including my best friend was like me. Um, I guess that's why he was my best friend, because he was like me. He understood me, you know, on a real level. He understood me better than most, better than even I knew myself. Um, he always thought there was more to me than I thought there was. He never believed the narrative that I was what they thought I was. Like what society thought I was, what my family thought I was. He never bought into that um, narrative. You know, but anyways, but I do think when I think about it, I do think it was God leading me to figure out what I am and why I'm different, no matter what I do, no matter what professional I see, no matter what counseling I go to, no matter what I do to help myself, I am different no matter what. I have to accept this. You know what I mean? Um, I can't try to fix myself forever. Keep trying to fix myself to be like the people of society, to be like the people I grew up around, to be like, you know what I mean? I can't try to fix myself for their sake. You know what I mean? And when I'm naturally different. Naturally. You know what I mean? Just me existing is different. Just me existing normally is different, no matter what I do. Um, and that's a hard pill to swallow. It's hard for me to accept, but I have to accept it, that uh, the answer to the riddle was my personality type is a certain way, is different, than everybody else's. Like, I don't even think I was even close to being like someone growing up besides one person. I wasn't even close to being like other people. Any clique, any group, I wasn't even close to being like them. I wasn't even close to being like the jocks. I wasn't even close to being like the geeks. I wasn't even close to being like the preps. I wasn't even close. I was just this freak, of his own category, this freak. I always thought I was just a freak, of his own category. So now I know that the freak, it has a name, the INFJ, it has a title, I'm not just a freak and a crazy person permanently, like I thought, and I always wondered why don't the meds work for me like they work for other people? Why doesn't the counseling work for me like it does for other people? Like what is it with me and my design that these things don't work? You know what I'm saying? These things don't help. What is it? Am I just cursed forever? That no matter who I see to get help, no matter what meds I take, nothing really works. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. And I think as you mature as an INFJ, you have to accept the way you are mentally, naturally, mentally. You have to accept it. As crazy as it is in your mind, you have to accept it and handle it, because Lord knows I've wanted to have a different mind altogether. I want a different mind rather than my own, but anyways, but I do think God led me to figure out why I'm different than everybody else before I die on the planet, before I keel over. This is why you can never fix yourself. This is why nothing you do ever work to fix yourself, because you are designed differently than everybody else. You are designed differently no matter what you do. So just stop trying to fix yourself, and just live. That was my best friend's advice before he died. He said, just live. And that's all I had to do, because no one around me would ever understand me, ever. So I just live, and that's all I have to do, because everybody else is just in their own world, in their own arena. They're it just is what it is. I've always been different than everybody around me growing up. It is what it is. So I don't know. I do think it was divine guidance that I figured that out. But it pains me that there are others out there that suffer like I do. That pains me. I can't imagine it, but I don't know. I knew my best friend suffered too. You know, we both did. We didn't know why. Why do we suffer? But the people around us don't really suffer. Why? What's the difference? Why? What is about us that we're suffering more than them? You know what I mean? But I don't know. That's all I'll say for this video. Yeah.